Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow is what we anticipate, what we work for, what we want to improve. At Itawamba Community College, we offer the courses, pathways, and the training that can help turn your vision of tomorrow into a reality. So why wait? Your tomorrow can start today at Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Good afternoon and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. As always, the ICC Hour is being brought to you by our friends over at Renaissance Bank.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
Well, it's basketball season at ICC. As a matter of fact, we tip off the season tomorrow night at the Davis Event Center when Motlow State comes to town. They're located in Tennessee. The women will tip things off at 5:30. The men will follow at 7:30. So with that, we're going to focus on the ICC basketball teams. On today's show, we'll talk with head coach Robin Porter to learn more about her Lady Indians this season. And then we'll also talk with Grant Pate to learn more about the ICC men's basketball team. Now, we do encourage you to visit letsgoicc.com. Again, that's letsgoicc.com to learn more about the basketball teams, find their schedules, stats, photos, so much more there. And also, you can follow us on your favorite social media platform, that being Let's Go ICC. And then, of course, we always want you to come out and support the Lady Indians and Indians this season when they're playing at home. If you've never been to a basketball game at the Davis Event Center, folks, you're missing out. It is a fun, electric atmosphere. We've got a great student section. Of course, we've got our All-American pep band that is at most of the games. So you'll want to be sure and come out and check those games out this season. If you can't make it, the games this season, especially home games, will be available on letsgoicctv.com, the red channel. That's letsgoicctv.com, red channel there for our home basketball games this season. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to stop talking, hear a few words from our sponsors, and when we come back, we'll talk with Coach Robin Porter about the upcoming basketball season for the Lady Indians right here on the ICC Hour.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents, not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a skilled swordsman, a master chef.
Needs more lavender.
A wonder at word games.
2 tries, every time.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Activate or deactivate your debit card as needed, attach images to your transactions, apply travel notices to your account, and make person-to-person payments. You can even set up text alerts to guard against unauthorized spending or just to monitor your account balance. The best part is that you can bank anytime, anywhere. At First American National Bank, get that hometown feel, the high-tech touch.
When my mom opened the store, I got comfortable with it, and I liked the fact I like to help people, and I like to make people feel good about what they wear or just in general. And so once we got started and got into it, it was just one of those things where I just kind of really fell in love with it.
This is a 2-year, all-online Associate of Applied Science degree. There are no restrictions or requirements to begin working toward a Business and Marketing Management Technology degree.
I think just being here and being able to experience what all there is within business and marketing, it was just something I thought I would really enjoy, which I started the first semester I was in class, and which I loved Miss McCrimmon. She was awesome. She was very helpful.
Students simply apply to ICC and then select Business and Marketing Management Technology as their major.
I enjoy online, and it was not anything that anybody couldn't do. It works with your schedule, and it was easy for me to do online working here as well. So that was really helpful to me.
This degree covers a wide range of business jobs. It's also a great way for entrepreneurs to learn about starting their own business.
There are times when you will catch yourself applying what you did learn in the program, using it within whatever business you're in.
Many students in this program are working and are interested in earning a degree to be promoted where they work. I've also had graduates start their own businesses.
There's just something about when somebody comes in and they want to find something and you're able to help them with that and they find the perfect outfit or whatever they're needing. It's just one of those things where it makes you feel good and it makes the customer feel good.
Students can start the MMT program in the fall or spring semesters.
But overall, it's a fun job, and you get to learn a lot. And if you love shopping, that's a big plus too. Customer service is huge, and we want to make sure that we are able to fit that person's needs and do the best we can to help them.
MMT graduates also have the option to transfer their associate degree and continue working toward their bachelor degree online.
How'd you spend the off-season?
The off-season? Little Caesars tastes so good.
It tastes even better with my best friends.
3 best friends eating pizza all the time, having fun. Pizza pals for life.
The off-season? Just hit the weights.
Try the new 4-quarter calzone from Little Caesars for $8.99. It's officially delicious.
Pizza.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. Well, tomorrow night's going to be a big night at the Davis Event Center as we open the 23-24 basketball season with the Lady Indians and the Indians hosting Motlow State. So we're going to take and focus on ICC basketball this afternoon, and we're going to start by talking with Coach Robin Porter, the head coach of the Lady Indians. And Coach Porter, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Coach, the season is here. Let's kind of look back at a little bit preseason work before we start talking about the team. How's the preseason workouts and games been going for you?
Preseason has been really good. It has taught us many things, coming back with experience. I feel like we have a lot of growth and maturity and discipline this year. So it gives me a lot to look forward to come tomorrow night or this season in general.
All right, so you talk about that experience. You bring back a lot of players from last season's team. Talk about your sophomore group and just what your expectations for them are.
Well, I have 10 returning sophomores that played for me last year. Mm-hmm. So their experience and leadership and maturity is going to help out a whole lot. You got Allie Beckley from Pontotoc. She's our point guard leader, going to lead the pack starting off. And then you have LaMoney, who comes right in and help her and pushes her. So with those two leading us and with their growth, the money knows where to score, how to score, and know how to talk to the team. So those two being leaders have shown so much improvements this year. And then also in that sophomore, you got Addison and Kanaja, who are scoring guards, and Addison has the nice little jumper pull up, and she can use her body to get the rim. And sometimes you can post her up, and Kanaja, who can just hit a knockdown three. And then KB, who's coming in, is just a shooter, pure shooter. She has any open look, it's going to fly out of her hands. And she's actually making them this preseason, and she's making them this year in practice. And then you have Michaela, not Slim.
Well, that's what everybody knows her by.
Yes. Slim, who's a tall, slinky, lanky kid, can get a rebound, and she can run the floor, just athletic. And T, who has a nice soft touch around the rim that you haven't seen in a while. And I'm really excited about Charity Ace, who's coming back. She only played like half a season, and we had a red shirt that had surgery. So she's going to bring an inside post presence. So all 10 of them coming back, I'm just excited about. And then I have 2 transfer sophomores. Jamil Bowen, who's from Pontotoc, but she's coming back from Kahoma. She brings in another little size that can post and run, and she just has long arms. And she just brings a lot of more energy. Then I have a transfer from Meridian, that's from Clinton, Ariana Durrell. She played point guard, but I'm going to slide her to a wing because she can hit shots. She has a nice pull-up. She can hit the three, and she can make moves to get to the rim, and she's a great on-ball defender. So I'm looking for her to lock down somebody on defense. Ayana Naylor is another guard / forward, 5'9" kid you can't miss. This year she's shooting lights out. She can hit the three. And not only can she hit the three, but she will be probably playing forward to cause some mix match problems. And she can go down low and post up as well. So she's going to bring a lot to the table too. And then I got 3 freshmen that's did really, really well. I was really impressed about them in preseason. And each game they grow. My out-of-stater Destiny, she likes to run a lot and move a lot on the floor. She's very good on defense. She has a high IQ and can read the ball on defense, and she can hit a three. And she can get to the basket. Then we have Leanna, who's a 6'2" post from South Haven, who can post up. I believe she'll get a lot of blocks. And she can hit the outside shot a little bit. And then we have Nana from Kosciuszko, who's a freshman. She did really well this year. The other today for preseason. I think she finished the games with double-double.
Nice. So
she's just tenacious on the board. So I'm looking forward to that energy that those 3 bring. I'm just excited about the whole season in general.
Well, the good thing is having that many sophomores, it kind of helps you as a coach. Of course, you've got 2 new assistant coaches. We'll talk about them in a minute as well.
Mm-hmm.
But having that much experience coming back, they're going to be able to kind of say, hey, this is what we went through as freshmen. This is what helped us. So they can kind of pass that knowledge down to the new faces.
Well, even with their experience, I'm the type of coach I don't believe freshman, sophomore. I believe in competing to win. So I allow both the freshmen to help the sophomores help the freshmen. And they just gel together. The chemistry is great. The energy is way better, I believe, this year. And that helps a whole lot getting ready for practices each and every day.
And we're talking with ICC women's basketball head coach Robin Porter about the upcoming season. It does start tomorrow night here at the Davis Event Center. Is it a 5:30 tip? Or
5:30.
5:30 tip here. If you can't make it, you can watch the games on letsgoicctv.com, the red channel. But I promise you want to be here at the DEC to experience that atmosphere that is special, because this year, you're not all the games, but for conference play for sure, it's going to be both guys or women and guys at the same place since COVID. So yes, that's really going to help bring the atmosphere.
We're definitely looking forward to the doubleheaders, a lot more doubleheaders, bringing more of a crowd. That way, the public, they don't have to decide which games to go to. They can get one game in a week and just bring the excitement back to the gym. The seats can fill up a little bit more. And the student section, we love our students. When we played our preseason up in Boonville, they came up, and I just want to thank the students. I want them to keep supporting us, and if I can help them, I'm excited about our student section this year.
Absolutely. So what can people expect out of your team this year?
They can expect energy, the bench energy. You can expect us to get up and down the floor, and we're going to hit some threes, a lot of threes, and just have fun.
All right. Now, we talked about it earlier. You do have 2 new assistant coaches.
Yes.
Kind of let you, I say introduce them. Of course, they're not here, but let you
Yes.
tell us who they are and talk about them.
Okay. First, we have Jamelia Sanders. She's from Canton, Mississippi. She was a guard, or is a guard, whatever you want to call it. But she brings in that soft tone voice, but she would get in it behind. She trains my guards. Just love her energy, how she can see an offense and read an offense and break it down. Just what she brings to the table, she does a lot that I just can't even, talk all about.
Right.
And then we got Coach Diamond Rash from Louisville, Mississippi. She works with my post, and she shows me how to post hard, like the new way of, I guess, where it's not really a post anymore.
Right.
But she knows the ins and outs of the new adjustments, how to play basketball, and the energy she brings to the team. She's more on the defensive side. So if you see her getting on to him about a rebound or defense, not contesting a shot, you just know that's probably Coach Rags on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
But just having them both seeing things different than I do and bringing that young aspect that, I'm missing out on. They have been just tremendous to the program, tremendous addition to the program, and I'm just so excited. They bring more energy for me as well. It helps me grow and even love the game more than I already do.
Now, of course, we talked about you're hosting Motlow State tomorrow night. Other than possibly seeing preseason film on them, how do you get ready for a team that you really don't have anything on?
Well, honestly, I do not know if they play the preseason game because it's not showing on their schedule.
Gotcha.
So it's just like us playing preseason now. So we're going in and we're going to do what we do and then just make adjustments. Just like preseason, make adjustments according to the team. But don't get out of character of what we like to do as far as our offense and defense and just make stops early.
Right. So I guess we can break the season down looking at it this way. You've got the first half of the season before we go into the Christmas break.
Mm-hmm.
And then after Christmas break, we jump into conference play for the most part. So let's look at the first half of the season. What's your goals and expectations for the team?
The goals for the overall, we want to win them all.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the biggest things starting tonight is to protect the house. We want to take care of home first. But my expectation is with having so many sophomores to lead us to the experience to come into play and just win everything and be more disciplined towards the end of the game to seal the deal.
All right. And then so I guess a good question would be, like, on this first half of the season, say for a goal, what is your goal for the team before going into the Christmas break?
We want to be 10-0 before going to Christmas break and know what little things we need to tweak coming after the Christmas break to get ready for the conference.
All right, now let's look at the conference. Of course, nobody's played a game yet,
right?
But man, the league, no matter the sport, is always tough. Who's going to be some of the top teams other than ICC? Who's going to be some of the top teams in the league?
Just watching a little bit or seeing the things or knowing that they're returning players or returning sophomores that they have coming in. Or their transfers. I like Pearl River transfers that he got in and his sophomores. So I feel like they're gonna make some noise. Gulf Coast, she has the freshman of the year returning, and then her class in general. She's just a great coach down there in the South that I could think of. And then in the North, I will say Northwest is, he's finally got the team that he wants, and he's excited about his team, and got to look at them. So, and then a lot of the other programs, they have new coaches. So I really don't know their system or know what type of style they bring to the table for the league. Northeast, they're big. They're solid because they have a lot of sophomores coming back as well. So it's wide open. But I will say, just going off basic numbers and, just NJCA rankings just coming out, Pearl River, I believe, was ranked pretty high, and Gulf Coast was ranked as well. So those two are top teams right now for sure.
Well, Coach, before I let you go, I'm going to let you have the floor for a second to address the fans that are listening on the show right now. Encourage them to come out and support the girls this season.
This season's going to be fun. What I said, we had 12 sophomores. They know what it takes. We have bought in. They work hard on the court. Just come check us out. You're going to have a lot of fun watching. You're going to see the energy. That's the biggest thing we have expressed this year. Bring the energy or be the energy you want other people to see. and they're determined, and they do not want to be denied. So come on out, check out these ladies and how hard they have worked this season.
You can do that tomorrow night here at the Davis Event Center. 5:30 will be that First American National Bank opening tip with Motlow State. Lady Indians getting ready to go. Coach Porter, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be back more of the ICC Hour right after this.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Electrical technology is, here at ICC, is a program where we take students in and teach them from the fundamentals of what electricity is all the way to very advanced concept. It takes 2 years, it's 4 semesters, and you would always have to start in the fall because the courses are taught fall and spring. So in other words, the courses that are offered in the fall are not offered again in the spring, so you have to start in the fall, and it takes 2 years. There is a huge demand right now for electrical technicians in the workplace. As we all know, manufacturing has gotten very automated and very technical, and we meet that need with our program here. So our students they're definitely going to have opportunities once they graduate, even opportunities while they're going to school here through the internship program that we have. Most of our students on the internship program are in that $14 to $16 range, and then once they graduate, and most industries does a pre-employment exam, and then they test to see where those students will fit into their pay scale. I would say that most of them fall in that $18 to $22 an hour after graduation. So it's a really, really hands-on program. So that's another thing that students need to be aware of. If you enjoy working with your hands and the physical aspect of using tools and doing a job, then this curriculum would be something that you need to look at. There is a good bit of programming, but you're not just going to be a programmer. You know, you're going to be a multi-skilled electrical technician, which means that you'll do all of the skill sets, not just the programming. Electrical technicians in manufacturing the number per manufacturing facility is going up because the technology used in all of manufacturing is going up exponentially. I mean, we just get more and more automated and autonomous in our manufacturing processes, which means that we have to have a really skilled person to maintain those processes and keep them functioning. So the maintenance technicians today are all, by and large, have a huge electrical background to be able to do what they do with the automated processes that we manufacture today. And it doesn't matter what you're manufacturing, whether you're building cars or tires or body parts, or, it doesn't matter. All manufacturing processes are automated at a really high level today and continuing to grow in that area.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next? So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here.
There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. As always, the ICC Hour is being brought to you by our friends over at Renaissance Bank. They are the bank that understands you. You can find out why by visiting renaissancebank.com. Well, we just got done talking with Coach Robin Porter, the head coach of the Lady Indians. Now we're going to shift gears a little bit now and welcome to the broadcast Coach Grant Pate, the head coach of the ICC Indians. And Coach Pate, thanks for joining us.
Adam, it's always great to be with you. Always great to be with you and enjoy the conversations. And we're looking forward to 23-24 basketball season.
Well, you don't have to wait too much longer. It starts tomorrow night when you guys host Motlow State. Before we talk about that game, let's look back a little bit of the preseason. You played some games and been working out to get ready for the season. How's the preseason going? It's been great.
It's been great. Coach Wilson and Coach Hayslip have been outstanding staff members, and we've worked close together. They're hard workers. They're very relational. They're great teachers, and in saying that, our preseason has been really, really good because they've spent a lot of time in the gym with these guys. Coming off of last year's really successful season and winning 21 games, being one game out of the conference championship. We had to reload.
Yes.
We had to go out and find a whole new team. We just have 3 returners. Mm-hmm. And so out of those 14, obviously 11 of those guys are new guys. Mm-hmm. So we spent the summer in June just getting to know those guys, them getting to know us. A lot of that time is spent with Coach Wilson and Coach Hayslip. Yeah. 6 in the mornings till 11 at night, 12 at night. They're just, constantly working with these guys and helping these guys and just educating them on making the transition from high school to college.
It's a big transition.
It's a huge transition, and you just don't realize it. Right. You kind of take for granted that basketball is basketball, which it is, but when you step up a level, it changes.
Yes.
You're starting to play against some grown men.
Absolutely. Well, you talked about the success last year, 21 wins, one of the most successful seasons in program history. Well, the good thing is that's great. That means you got a lot of great talent. The bad thing is that means people on the other level want your talent, and it's really unique to see 12 players that are playing now on the next level from your program. There's not very many community college, not only in the state of Mississippi, but the entire country that can say that.
I've been thinking about it, and Coach, I'll talk about Coach Wilson and Coach Hayslip because we're always visiting and talking about other players, and they keep up with other players, being in the game. And I can't imagine another, 2-year school having 12 former players playing in the same year.
Right.
And it says a lot. It says a lot, not about just our basketball program, but Itawamba Community College, to be honest with you. I mean, we bring these guys in on visits, and they're with their parents and their families, and they're blown away. They are blown away by the campus, the beauty of the campus, the administrators, the faculty and the staff, the students, and it's just a pleasant place to be.
Yes.
And people feel that. And so, through Coach Wilson and Coach Hayslip, they have done an outstanding job recruiting some of the best players in the state, and then some of the best players in the country, really.
Absolutely. And we're talking about that, looking at the guys, and I'm just looking down where, the opportunities they're getting that, an 8th grader, 9th grader may have never dreamed of. I mean, you look at George Marshall and Jaden Webb. They're going to open the season at Alabama. You go down the list, you've got Jamari, who's opening it up at Ole Miss. And then, of course, Walter, who's going to open his season at LSU. But the coolest one to me, and I'm kind of jealous of Fred Cleveland, he is going to get to not only open the season against the number 1 team in the country, but also play at one of the most historic arenas in the world. Whenever they go, well, of course, he's at, North Carolina Central, but they're going to take on Kansas, the Jayhawks. And that's a bucket list place for me, being a basketball guy, to go see, but to actually be on that floor and get a chance to play is amazing.
You can't get more historic than that than being in Springfield, Massachusetts,
Yes.
But being in Fog Allen Fieldhouse and the crazies there and Rock Chalk Jayhawk, he's got an opportunity, and all these guys, and when we're recruiting these guys, that's one of the recruiting spills is that, hey, you can come to Itawamba Community College. You get to play basketball here in a very competitive league in the MAC conference, but you get an education here at Itawamba that is above and beyond anywhere, we feel like, personally. And so, 75% of our guys are signing at the 4-year level since I've been here. This is my 12th year. And 93% of those guys are graduating. And so, we have some things here that are attractive. It's attractive to be on this campus. It's attractive to be around the folks that are here. And it's attractive to play in the nicest facility, in the country. So there's a lot of things going for us. And, we have, really outstanding young men that have come here, and they've worked extremely hard. And that's the common denominator is work.
Absolutely.
And hard work. And, we look forward to what these guys have done. We look forward to following them. And, we get to visit with them, and they're talking about Kansas, and they're talking about Arkansas and Alabama. And like you said, who would have thought? You play basketball all your life, and you dream about making shots in Bud Walton Arena, or and here these guys, they're playing there. It's awesome.
Awesome opportunity for those guys as well. So we're talking with Coach Grant Pate about the upcoming basketball season here at ICC. We do encourage you to visit letsgoicc.com or follow us on your favorite social media platform, Let's Go ICC there, to keep up with the schedules, when we're playing, what times we're playing, and one of those is tomorrow night. The season will open up against Montlow. Coaches, is it 7 o'clock tip or 7:30?
7:30.
So a 7:30 tip here in the Davis Event Center. Let's just look at the team for this season. We already said you're having to get a brand new looking team. You got 3 guys returning from last year, so that's a lot of new faces on the team. So let's just talk about those 3 returners to start with.
Yeah, the 3 returning guys are just they're program guys. They really are, and that's why they're here. And we're thankful they're here, and they came back for their 2nd year. But Chris Minton out of Indianola Gentry High School is he's a solid guard. He comes to work every day, bringing his hard hat, and he shoots the ball extremely well. Had a really good high school career, but he was a guy that came in for us last year and would give us a spark off the bench, hit some big shots for us off the bench, a good defender, and a really good rebounder for a guy his size. John Terrius Chalmers, unfortunately, had a broken foot last year. So he ended up redshirting, so he'll be a redshirt freshman out of South Haven High School, and just another, tough young man, plays hard. By the end of this semester, he's going to have enough hours to graduate. So just an outstanding student. He's one of those guys that can guard bigger players and he can guard smaller players. So he's got a real unique skill set there. And then Tyree Singleton, actually Tyree has got a knee brace on.
Hey.
So Tyree has had ACL surgery. He's going to be out. So 2 of those 3 guys will be available. Tyree will take a red shirt this year. And so coming off of last year, we lost 5 starters.
Yeah.
We're looking for 5 new starters.
Gotcha.
And that's what we use as motivation each day, is that we're evaluating, everything that we do each and every day. So you can't take a day off. You gotta come ready to work so that we can make the best evaluation possible.
Yep.
And we're glad to have them.
Absolutely. And just real quick, or I say real quick, you can't real quick because you got a lot of them. Let's take a look at this freshman class you got coming in this season.
It's an outstanding freshman class, and we start locally. We start locally out of Tupelo High School, and Davion Anderson, who was a top recruit for us. We were excited to get Davion, and he's a point guard that's really explosive. And we got Demetrius Knox from Tupelo that came over. Nathan Timms is from Moorville. We're excited to have him here. And but those local guys are really big for us. But we branched out, and again, I can't say enough about Coach Wilson and Coach Hayslip. These guys stay on the road and they get after it. And they brought in a young man out of Biloxi, Mississippi, which that's rare for a northern community college in Mississippi to get one of the top players in the state. He was a dandy dozen and played in the Mississippi-Alabama game, and James is a really good point guard. And then we go to Brandon, and Brandon plays for the state championship last year, and Marcel Bridge is 6'6" player. He's a dandy dozen player out of Brandon, and just an outstanding inside-outside athlete. And then DeMondre Graham from Meridian, they played for the 3A state championship back-to-back years.
Wow.
He's Mr. Basketball in 3A in Mississippi and played in the Mississippi-Alabama game. So DeMondre is a 6'4" guard that got a lot of attention from Division I's early on because they were projecting him to be a tall wing.
Right.
And we're thankful he's here. MJ Smith right down the road, Chickasaw County product, which, he was there at Houston for a couple years and then finished up at West Point. But MJ is a big, strong, just forward that's going to help us on the boards. Incredible shot blocker, and he's developing a really good offensive game. And then we've got our out-of-state guys. We got 3 guys out of Georgia that have done an outstanding job for us. Jalen Sanford out of Macon is a guard. Very explosive, very athletic. You saw him do the backwards flip and the windmill. And meet the tribe the other night, and he's just a super guy. Tyson McDaniels had a couple D1 looks coming out of high school. He's 6'7", and he's picked up a lot of attention like he did in high school so far. And AJ Dent, 6'6" forward out of Thomasville, Georgia. And those guys are really good in our league because the 6'5", 6'6", and 6'7" athletes do it. They can get a lot done in this Mississippi League. And then our D1 transfer, Bryson Dawkins. Bryson is coming over from North Alabama. He's an Alabama product, and he's done an outstanding job and getting a lot of attention on the recruitment road, too.
Awesome. Well, Coach, we're going to take a real quick timeout. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the schedule, or not really the in-depth of the schedule, but kind of talk about your anticipations for the season. Is that cool with you?
That's great.
All right.
Look forward to it.
We'll be back more of the ICC Hour right after this.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a skilled swordsman, a master chef.
Needs more lavender.
A wonder at word games.
2 tries.
every time.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
How'd you spend the off-season?
The off season? Little Caesars tastes so good. It tastes even better with my best friends.
Three best friends eating pizza all the time, having fun. Pizza pounds for life.
The off season? Just hit the weights.
Try the new 4-quart accounts only from Little Caesars for $8.99. It's officially delicious.
Pizza.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a maestro of the clarinet, a famous speed solver,
Piece of cake.
a noted cheese connoisseur.
Limburger.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour as we continue our look at ICC basketball on this week's show. Of course, the ICC Hour being brought to you by our friends over at Renaissance Bank. Now, I know football season's kind of winding up here, but if you like those SEC short videos, you can go check those out on RenaissanceNation.com. They had a really good one about Michigan not too long ago. Of course, me being a Notre Dame fan, anytime you can slight Michigan, I'm a fan of that. But we're talking with Coach Grant Pates. You've already heard about some of the players in his program, but now we're going to take a look at the season coming up, Coach. And I like to break it down in two parts because that's kind of the way it is. The first half of the season, before Christmas, non-division. Second half of the season is division play. So let's look at that first half of the season. Of course, opening with Motlow State tomorrow night at 7:30 at the DEC. What's your preseason goals? Or not preseason goals, but I should say first half of the season goals.
Yeah. Well, in the first half of the season, you know, we're being a new team, having 11 new guys, you know, being freshmen. A lot of it's going to come through experience and just, you know, making sure that we're all together on the same page. And game experience is different. You know, it's just different when you put three officials out there. You know, you have a lot of situations in the game, late clock situations, shot clock situations, just before half, at the end of the game. So hopefully we'll be on the better side of the score clock near the end of the game and can work on some of finishing out games. So, you know, these guys are still developing identity for themselves, and that's what we'll pick up really in the first half of the season, you know, is developing that identity, you know, really seeing who we are. You know, we've seen it in practice, but it's different when you're playing different colored jerseys.
Correct.
You know,
Yep.
And so we've got the MAC has voted on us playing 30 games with the national rules.
Yeah.
So instead of playing the old 23, we're up to 29 games. And we'll play 15 non-conference games. We'll play 14 conference games. And like you said, tomorrow night, we start out with Motlow at home. And Motlow has always been a really good Tennessee JUCO team. And we'll play a couple teams out of Alabama, Marion, Bevel State out of Alabama. And through the years, we've played Mid-South out of Arkansas. That's always a real competitive team there in Mid-South. Calhoun has picked up basketball again over in Decatur, Alabama. And so it'll be a really competitive first half trying to prepare us for a league that is known to have 2 or 3 top 25 teams every year. And so we feel like we've met those expectations in the schedule. Now we've just got to prepare and be ready.
Yeah, and speaking of that, preparing, tomorrow night, Motlow coming in, how do you get ready for a team that you don't have any film on?
Yeah, that's a great question. We're sitting around, scratching our head, wondering, what they're going to look like. But when we played in a jamboree over in Georgia, October the 1st, Motlow was there. So that's one of the nice things about playing in a jamboree. There's usually a lot of teams, and it's usually some teams you're going to be able to see on your schedule. And so we got to see them play in couple games early. And, as far as video, there's just not a lot of video available on them. So we're just going to try and pick up the X's and O's we were able to jot down and do the best we can and make a lot of in-game adjustments as we go.
Well, you talked about it earlier. The coaches have their coaches poll at the start of the season. You guys number 2 on that, receiving some votes in the preseason national rankings as well. So let's look at the conference this year. Any sport in the MACCCC is tough, but you guys another loaded deck now. It's a full state regular season.
It is. I mean, you said it. It's a loaded deck. Adam. I mean, they're from top to bottom. You never know. And with a 2-year level, there's a lot of change from year to year. And so there might be somebody voted. We were voted, I think, maybe 9th or 10th last year, and just had a great year. And Colin won it. And I think they may have been 12th last year preseason. And so, it's really nice to have that ranking and be able to see that. And the way we share it with our guys is that's really based on last year. What happened last year. So now you have to make a name for yourself, this year. And but Pearl River and you've got your guys in the north that are all competitive. And I think Pearl River's ranked first, and Northeast was third, and so there's going to be some really good teams out there, and it's going to be a really competitive, like Holmes and East, and all those guys, are bringing back some really talented guys, and then they've added really talented guys, and in the blend, you really want to have about 5 sophomores coming back that have played a good bit, and then mix your freshmen in. But hey, last year
you didn't do that.
We had 12 new guys last year, and we had a great year. So I guess that was in the cards, like you said, and we got 11 new guys. So we'll see how we go.
Well, we're talking with Coach Grant Pate about the upcoming basketball season. Again, it starts tomorrow night right here in the Davis Event Center. We do encourage you to come out. The Lady Indians will tip off at 5:30. The Indians will follow at 7:30. If you can't make it to Fulton, the games will be available on Let'sGoICCTV.com on the Red Channel. You can be sure to tune into there. We also want to encourage you to visit Let'sGoICC.com for the full schedule. And then we'll also have the links, so whenever we are streaming, we'll stream every home game, and we might try to get out some road games this year as well. Well, Grant, before I let you go, I want to let you address the fans. I kind of threw my pitch out there to come Tim. Let everybody know why they should come watch the Indians this season.
Well, it's exciting. If you came to a game last year, I feel like you experienced a real exciting brand of basketball, and we've got guys that, they really care about each other, that play together. We got a couple enthusiastic, high-energy assistant coaches that do an outstanding job with our guys and coaching our guys. And, the Davis Event Center, we had some really good crowds last year, and we felt the spirit, we felt, the energy in the Davis Event Center, and we encourage everybody to come out. We look forward to another outstanding season.
And another good point on that is we're back to kind of normal than it was before COVID.
Yes.
Now the women and men playing on the same night majority of the nights. It's a great way to get the family, come out and enjoy an affordable way to enjoy some entertainment.
Yes, it's going to be awesome, to have Coach Porter and her team, play and we play. And, it's really a really good night out for the family. You've got really good basketball and entertainment.
Yes.
There's a lot of entertainment, and it's a joy to see those teams get up and down the floor, and just a lot of really good athletes. So come on out and catch the Lady Indians and the Indians and make a big night of it.
Absolutely. Well, Grant, I appreciate your time, and good luck this season.
Thank you a lot, Adam. God bless you.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next? So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I can go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
HVAC stands for Heating, Ventilation, Air Conditioning. It is a trade program that is dealing with home repairs to industrial refrigeration repairs like you'd find in a convenience store to a supermarket. The degree program is 2 years. It is 4 semesters at 15 hours each semester. There's about 15 hours of academic classes that will be needed to be taken for the degree. With a 2-year degree, a person should be able to get a job doing repairs, to being a service tech for a local company, to being a self-employed individual. During the program, we get the EPA certification, which allows people to handle the refrigerant and the charge of systems. There's also NATE certification that are available to students at the completion of a 2-year program. An entry-level person can probably experience pay in the neighborhood of about $14.50 to $17 an hour, with raises going up to the points of $22 to $23 an hour. The demand for HVAC technicians has been really well for the last few years. A lot of the technicians are older people that are at retirement age and are leaving the field, so there is a big demand for new, experienced personnel. The curriculum is made up of 12 classes in the HVAC that are 3-hour college credit classes, starting out with levels of someone not having any experience to getting a person to the level of getting a job or becoming self-employed. There's also 15 credit hours of academic classes for the associate's degree that can be done online or in the classroom on the Tupelo or Fulton campus. I like this industry for the reason of being able to go different places every day for a work environment. It's not always at the same location. The other thing I like about this is a field that's easy to start your own business. Nationwide, 1 out of every 7 that finish a 2-year degree end up owning and operating their own business.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Brought to you by Renaissance Bank, the bank that understands you. Learn more at renaissancebank.com.